Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a review on the brand new Too Faced Peach Perfect Instant Coverage Concealer, which is this one right here. I suppose you guys have seen this already online, and that's the product packaging right there. So as you can see, it's more of a a pot concealer rather than like a tube one. So I'm actually really excited about this because the Peach Perfect range is one of my absolute favourite from Too Faced. I use a lot of products from that range and I just love how they look on my skin in that. So it is a matte concealer and it's supposed to hide redness, dark spots, blemishes, acne and dark circles. It also says the super pigmented, waterproof, crease resistant, nourishing formula is enriched with porcelain flower extracts, vitamin E and hyaluronic acid to blend seamlessly into the skin for a flawless, soft, focused matte finish. It claims to be crease resistant for 12 hours, long wearing and sweat resistant. So I'm super duper excited to see how this goes. The shade I got is Pound Cake, so I'm hoping this will be a good shade for me. So that's right there, and this is one for more light to medium skin tones with a neutral undertone. So I thought I would go with one with a more neutral undertone just because I'm not too sure obviously about the colour range right now, or the shade range. But yeah, this one looks like it might be quite a good shade for me. It has a bit of a peachy scent to it, just like the rest of the Peach Perfect range. And today I'm actually wearing the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation, which is this one here. It's one of my absolute favourite high-end foundations, especially for making your skin look super flawless, and it lasts a long time as well. And I also have the Peach Perfect Translucent Powder. This is my absolute favourite powder, and I'm going to use this today to set my concealer because I'm sure it will go well with this because it's from like the same range. Okay, so I'm going to get started, and as you can see I've only got my foundation on and I'm going to apply this to my under eye area. Like, you can obviously use these little pot concealers for spot concealing around the face. I don't have many spots or breakouts right now that I really want to cover, and I'm not sure if this shade would be too light for that anyway. But yeah, I'm wanting to use this mostly for my under eye, like my under eye area and around my eye sort of thing. Yeah, it says on the website that it's medium to full and buildable coverage. It doesn't actually say it on the packaging, so I had to check it up there. I'm going to use my finger to apply it to my under eye area. My nails are not that long right now, so I can get my finger into the pot alright. So medium to full with buildable coverage. Okay, so let's see how we go on. So you could obviously just pat this all in with your finger, I believe, rather than using a brush. But I'll just apply a little bit and tap it in slightly. See how we go. That looks like a decent shade. So I like to take my concealer quite far down because I do have a little bit of redness just on my cheeks here that I like to cover. That's actually a really good shade for me, so I'm happy about that. Again, the shade I have is Pound Cake. It's blending really nicely into the skin, like so flawless and very natural looking as well. So I'm just going to use my finger. I think I was going to use a brush, but my finger is doing the job. Yeah. I'm going to take a little bit into my inner corner here because, as you can see, I do have a bit of darkness and discoloration in there. And then I'll just take a little bit on my lid as well. Okay, so that looks good, like that looks really good actually, and that's for using my finger. Like, normally I use a brush to blend in concealer, but that's working real nice. The formula is actually really creamy, which is good. It doesn't feel like dry or stiff, and I barely use much as well, even though I dipped my finger back in the pot there, but I feel like I haven't got a lot of concealer on my face at all, and I've covered like redness and darkness in that I have, so pretty decent. So as you can see, the comparison right there. So it said it is buildable, and I think you could build this up if you have a lot more discoloration or maybe acne and that, and like I don't have much of that going on in my face, but it's a very kind of lightweight and thin formula. I feel like you could cover pretty well with this and it wouldn't look cakey. So yeah, so far so good. I like that. So this shade is actually pretty good for me because it's not too yellow, it's not too like peachy or anything either, and it's also not too cool tone. Like it's kind of like that in between of cool tone and warm tone sort of thing. So I'm glad I went with this shade because it definitely is the perfect shade for me. It would be interesting to see how this concealer goes actually without any foundation on. You know, like using this kind of as my only kind of base coverage, like without applying any foundation. Like I think that would be really good for like the holiday time and things like that, because like obviously on holiday you don't want to wear much foundation, like not during the day and things like that. So I feel like this concealer might be quite good for that because it does say waterproof and sweatproof. So yeah, I'm just going to apply a little bit here on my chin just to see if it brightens anything up. Yeah, it's got a little bit of brightness there and a little bit here, because normally when I apply my concealer I put a little bit on my chin and my forehead as well, just to kind of even everything out, because like some of the concealers I have are brightening concealers, so I like to brighten this area a little bit as well. Okay, so that's how we're looking on both sides, and I feel like it has covered my redness really well, and the inner corner here where I have like the darkness, it looks pretty good as well. Like it's brightened that area up and covered, you know, the darkness and the purple. I like the coverage. It's definitely medium to buildable, which is good. Like a little bit goes quite a long way actually, and it's good that you can build as well, because it's not going to look too thick and too cakey, especially for like spot concealer and things like that, you know. I think it's a really good concealer. Like it has a really like lightweight and thin formula, but when you like apply it, covers well. Like it doesn't just like disappear when you apply it, like even though it's thin. The formula is thin but has really good coverage. Now what I'm going to do is just set it with my Peach Perfect concealer. Like you can do this if you want, you don't have to. Like if you've got really like oily under eyes, then you could set it with this. I don't specifically have really oily under eyes, but sometimes I just like to do this with my concealer because it just makes it look extra flawless and lasts a little bit longer as well. I don't like too much, obviously. I don't want to make it too powdery, but ooh, that's nice. That actually looks really flawless. Okay, wow, that looks so good. It looks so flawless and it doesn't look cakey at all with that powder on top. Like, it's so good. I'm really liking that. Now what I'm going to do is apply the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back and give you a little update on the concealer. So right now it's 2:24, if you can see that there. Okay, so that's me applied the rest of my makeup, and the concealer is looking really good. It looks good with the Peach Perfect powder that I applied on top. The actual formula of the concealer is really nice. It's kind of like a satiny finish, so like even though on the packaging it says a matte finish concealer, like when you actually apply it to the skin it feels more like a silky satin finish. Like the formula is kind of silky satin, so when you're blending it in it's nice and creamy, nice and smooth. So yeah, nothing like the formula of a matte finish product. Yeah, so I feel like it has a bit more of a healthy formula to it than a matte kind of finish, if that makes any sense, and it hasn't caked or anything, which is good, or cracked or creased yet. I mean, I've only had it on for a little while obviously so far, but right now I think it's looking really good. So the time is 2:56, if you can see that. So yeah, I'm really liking the formula and the finish of the concealer. I just think it looks really nice on the skin, doesn't look cakey, doesn't look like heavy or anything. Like the formula is really lightweight, but it is very pigmented, you know, like a little bit goes a long way, and it covers like redness and darkness really well. So yeah, I'll come a little bit closer so you can see like how it looks with all the rest of my makeup on. But like I feel like it looks really good, and like even though I have this on with like foundation, I think this will be a really nice concealer to just wear on its own, you know, if you don't want to wear any like foundation, you know. I think it'll be a really good concealer for that. And the shade I have is pretty good as well. Like again, it's the shade Pound Cake, and this is for light to medium skin tones with more of a neutral undertone. So yeah, I think it's a really good shade for me. I would like to see how it's going to go, you know, without any foundation on, you know, if I can wear it more or less as just a light cover up product, you know, like without having any foundation on. I'd like to kind of spot conceal on areas where I kind of need it, you know, just like under my eye area, on my cheek part here where I have a little bit of redness and that going on. Like I feel like that'll be quite good to see how it goes without foundation. But yeah, so far really nice product, I do like it, and yeah, packaging is super cute and everything as well. And now the only thing that I need to find out is whether it lasts the 12 hours like it states. So yeah, and also waterproof and sweat resistant, but I'm not really going to know about that unless it's these summer months really, like even though it's a bit sunny just now, but it's not like that sweaty weather. But yeah, so I feel like this might be quite a good concealer for like holiday time, if we get on holiday this year. But yeah, I think I might take this with me my next holiday. So yeah, that is it for this video guys. I really hope you liked and enjoyed this little review on the new concealer from Too Faced. I will let you know how it wears up in the description box guys, but right now I think it looks really good. I think it's a nice concealer. I think it's going to last really well, but of course I will update you in the description box, so check down there. And yeah, that is it for this video guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you liked this video and enjoyed it. If you did, then please give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll speak to you very soon in my next video. Bye.